Yeah, I'll react to that, sure.
Preps.
Hey guys, meat.
Packs and roasts hundreds of kilos of meat every day to make delicious doner. Peşinek Doner in Turkey has been serving its namesake dish for over 45 years. Across 3 branches in Ankara, the restaurant chain can prepare up to 1.5 tons of meat
Turkey, of course.
every single day to feed over 1,500 customers. We visited one of its kitchens to see how cooks prepare doner in such big batches. It starts with the meat, which owner Kazim Peşinek sources specifically from the hind legs of dairy calves from the Kazilkahaman district in Ankara.
Yani bizim döner kebap için en iyi kısım süt danasının arka butu. Zaten arka but olması çok önemli. Özellikle de genç danalar, yani yaklaşık 1 yaşında civarında genç danaların zaten etin renginden de belli olur. Pembe olur, esmer olmaz. Yaşlı danalardaki esmer olur.
That meat is... Rarely does raw meat make me like start drooling, but that is different. That looks so beautiful.
Kitchen staff use these special knives that are thin and long to slice the large portions of meat into thin, flat pieces.
Yani normal bir mutfak bıçağı tabii mümkün değil. Yani bu butlar tek tek ustalar tarafından aşağıda kesiliyor.
Workers fill this entire table with meat, then salt it and cover it with the house marinade.
Yani günlük
like a sort of
şubelerimizde her
yogurt.
şubede yaklaşık 500 kilo, yarım ton civarında et marine ediyoruz. Yani etin marinesinin içerisinde soğan suyu, süt veya süt ürünleri, ayran, yoğurt vesaire
Yogurt.
gibi. Bir de %1 oranında da tuz kullanıyoruz.
They massage the meat to make sure each piece is generously coated. Once they've finished the marinade process, they neatly pack the seasoned slabs of meat into these metal containers. They cover the meat in plastic and move it to the fridge, where it rests for 2 days for the flavors to meld and the meat to tenderize. Once the meat is fully rested, it's time to start assembling the shish. The process starts at 9 a.m. and it takes about 2 hours for cooks to stack around 250 kilos of meat. For extra flavor and richness, they also add layers of tail fat.
Daha sonra şişe takacağımız zaman da %10-12 civarında kuyruk yağı kullanıyoruz. Parça şeklinde ağza gelmesin diye kıyma şeklinde hem ara katlara hem en üst kata kuyruğun yağını almış oluyorsunuz ve lezzetini almış oluyorsunuz. Ama parça şeklinde özellikle bazı kimseler sevmezler, yiyemezler.
Throughout the stacking process, workers repeatedly push down on the layers to keep air out and shave off the outer pieces of meat to shape the doner into an inverted cone.
What do they do with the
These
shavings?
shavings get added back into the stack with the tail fat, so nothing is wasted. For the final layer, workers flatten the remaining tail fat into a sheet that perfectly covers the top of the stack.
So, tail fat. Is that some kind of fat, or is that literally fat that comes from the tail? Or both? I feel like that
Then
didn't make any sense.
It's time to light the broiler and let the doner cook for 4 to 5 hours.
15-20 dakika ilk o içini çekme tabir ediyoruz dönerde. İlk yüzü ısınıyor. İşte ondan sonra servise normal başlayabiliyoruz.
The lunch rush usually lasts from 12 p.m. to 1:30 p.m.
It's an awesome way. So my only like concern, if you're not skilled at it as they are, is that if you don't know like how long it takes to cook, and maybe when you carve it, it's maybe a little raw underneath. But the way of cooking, you're always going to get a little bit of like of the crusted, roasted outer part with oh my god, I'm starving. It's nice since you like always, it's always like freshly cooked right there, and it's never just like, all right, cooked and then waited. It's just constant shaving.
In this hour and a half span, the restaurant serves 500 to 600 customers.
Yani her gün günlük yaklaşık 1,5 ton civarında döner satışımız var.
Because of Döner's special cooking method, orders can be ready in as little as 5 minutes.
Dünyanın en hızlı yemeği hem hızlı bir şekilde pişecek hem hızlı bir şekilde kesilecek. Yani insan için dik bir şekilde en ideal hızlı bir şekilde kesmesi için
The restaurant cooks a new separate doner for the evening rush. While this ensures the freshness that customers value, it also caters to customers' varying preferences of the doner.
Bu dönerin şimdi farklı yönleri var. Kimisi ilk
was just about to
tıraşını
ask.
sever. Yani biraz daha tuzlu olur. Ama kimisi de görüntüsü de güzel olsun, yaprak olsun adına yani dönerin daha ortalarında.
Ben daha önce dönerin ilk kesim halini de denedim. O da güzel. Yani sırf onun için gelenler de var çok erken saatte ama ben daha çok akşam saatlerine kalmadan yani daha sulu olduğu zamanlar.
That's awesome. So you know, depending on what time of the day you go in, to get your preference. So much that I love about this.
Etin suyunu daha fazla olduğu zamanlarda, etin daha yumuşak olduğu zamanlarda tercih ediyorum.
Doner has existed in different forms and under various names in the Middle East for ages. But the ready-to-cut vertical version we see today is believed to have been created in the mid-19th century in Bursa, Turkey by Iskender Efendi. The Döner Kebab is not Turkey's national dish, but it is among the country's most popular foods. Every day, 900,000 kilograms of traditional kebab is eaten across the country. And although rice and salad are some of the most common additions to this popular street food across the world, according to Kazim,
Döner kebabını yemenin en iyi yolu
Peşinek Doner makes its lavash with a simple dough recipe of white flour, salt, yeast, and water. Once it's been properly mixed, the pieces are shaped, flattened, topped with an egg yolk marinade, and finally cooked in a stone oven, heated by a wood fire. Each lavash is timed so that it bakes in the same time frame as the doner.
babamın bir tabiri vardır. Lavaş bizde döner mesela 3 tane sipariş gelir, 3 tane lavaş çıkar.
Once the lavash is cut and plated, cooks top the slices with 140 grams of doner and sivri bibash, a grilled spicy pepper that is traditionally served with roast or grilled meat throughout Turkey. Small plates of sumac onions and fresh salad are also served
raw
as
onions.
sides or
More the better.
additional toppings.
Bence mükemmel ısırık. Pidenizin arasına eti koyduğunuz zaman üstüne biraz biber ekledikten sonra soğanı koyup aldığınız o ilk ısırık en güzel ısırığınız oluyor.
Bunun tam kıvamında ayarlıyor peçenek ekmeğini buranın. İdeal incelikte. Yenildiği zaman da parçalanmayan bir şekilde. Ekmeğini bu şekilde tarif edebilirim.
By the end of the meal, many customers are still hungry for dessert.
Yani bazı müşterilerimiz var hatta şöyle tabir ediyor. Biz döneri sütlacı altlık olsun diye yiyoruz.
The recipe for Peşinek Doner's rice pudding, also known as sütlak, took 4 months to perfect.
Sütlaç.
It starts with the milk from Jersey cows, which is boiled with sugar and osmanthus rice for over 2 hours to reach this thick, creamy consistency.
Sütlaçta da benim için önemli olan nokta o sütün kokusun tadını alabilmem lazım. Yine aynı şekilde etteki gibi rahatsız etmeyecek olması lazım.
Cooks bake the pudding in a water bath inside the same wood-fired oven used for lavash.
Ya biz katkı maddesi olmasın. Yani bir eskiden, çok eskilerden annelerimizin köyde yaptığı sütlaç gibi olsun. İnsanları aradığı bir lezzeti sunalım diye.
Burada yıllardır geldiğimiz için artık buraya güveniyoruz. Etlerinin sağlıklı ve temiz olduğunu biliyoruz. Çalışanların güler yüzü, bizi kapıda gördükleri zaman samimi bir şekilde karşılamaları da bizi buraya çeken etkenlerden biri.
Beautiful. I would love to eat that. Simple, delicious, easy to make. Well, maybe not easy to make because you have to do all of the prep work of, the meat and then the stacking. But when it's up, just beautiful. And it seems like a customer's paradise, sort of, depending on what time of the day you come in, and just knowing that would be huge for me. if there's a kebab place around, just knowing that like it's just I order it and they slice it off the cooking thing. Oh, I'm so hungry. Awesome. Awesome. I wanted to say like it seems like on a spectrum from Indian to like Greek food, Southeastern European food, that Arab and Turkish and Persian food all kind of like it seems to kind of be in the middle there, and geographically it definitely is. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong there. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm starving. I want to go eat meat if we have any. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you're doing well. Bye, guys.